This is the book about Hana and the Ramadan Gift by Qasim Rashid, illustrated by Alia Jalil. Hana and the Ramadan Gift. When her Dada Jan gently shook her awake, Hana Noor opened her eyes slowly, confused by the darkness. The sun hadn't even risen yet, but when she saw her grandfather smiling down at her, she remembered. "Ramadan Mubarak!" shouted Hana, jumping out of bed. Hana had been counting down to the first day of Ramadan, the holy month of fasting for Muslims, and now it was finally here. "Can I fast this year?" Hana asked. Going from dawn to sunset without eating for a whole month seemed hard to Hana. But now that she was 8, she was surely old enough. How proud her grandma, Dadi Jan, would have been of her today. "Not yet, my dear," Dada Jan said. "Fasting is for grown-ups, not for growing children." "But if I can't fast, then how can I celebrate Ramadan?" "By saving the world," replied Dada Jan with a smile. Hurry up now. Let's join the others for Sehri before the sun comes up." When Hana heard Dada Jan's response and smelled the food of Sehri, the special breakfast of Ramadan, she forgot her disappointment. After Sehri and the morning prayer, it was time to get ready for school. "Let's stop at the soup kitchen on the way to school," Dada Jan said. "Why?" Hana asked. "Don't we have plenty of soup at home?" Dada Jan explained. "The soup isn't for us. When we fast during Ramadan, we feel hungry. And it reminds us that all over the world there are people who don't have enough food, so we must help them." "But the world has so many people. How can we help them all?" Hana asked. "We can help our neighbors," Dada Jan replied, "and that's worth the world." Later that day at school, Hana played with her friend Maria. "That's the bell. We should go back to class," said Hana. "Wait," cried Maria. "I lost my grandma's necklace." "What does it look like?" "It's gold with a green gemstone." "Can you help me find it?" "Let's look in all the places we played today," Hana said. But the necklace wasn't on the basketball court or the kickball field. "I know, let's look in the jungle gym," said Hana finally. And there it was. It must have fallen off when I did that backflip. "Thank you, Hana." Hana rushed into the class after the bell stopped ringing. "Next time, please make sure you're on time," said Mrs. Holmes sternly. "But I was just..." Hana wanted to explain, but her teacher had already started reading again. Ramadan had just begun, and already Hana had gotten in trouble. Helping neighbors wasn't as easy as Dada Jan made it seem. On the 11th day, Dada Jan woke Hana early before sunrise. "Shall we save the world again today, Dada Jan?" Hana asked excitedly. Then she remembered that today was also an important day at school, the big science fair, and she did not want to be late. "Don't worry," Dada Jan said. We are up in plenty of time to stop the shelter before you go to school. Come, let's go." "But Dada Jan, the people at the shelter won't know that we are the ones who donated the clothes." Why does that matter, Hana? Asked Dada Jan. Sometimes it's enough to help people simply out of love. Besides, he whispered with a wink, all the best superheroes work in secret, don't they? When Hannah got to school, she got ready for the science fair. Amazing model, Hannah, her friend Dani said as Hannah arranged her model replica of Abbas ibn Firnas's flying machine. Thanks, said Hannah. What's yours? It's a globe showing the dates and the flight path of Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo around the world. Oh, look, Maria made a robot. Dani set his model down and ran off. Dani, wait! The globe was rolling off the table. Hannah lunged and caught it, and just before it smashed into the ground. That was close, Hannah thought. She put the globe back on the table before anyone noticed. Dani wins. Hannah was happy for Dani. He was a good friend and the globe was amazing, but no one knew that Hannah had saved the day. How was the science fair, Hannah? Asked Dada Jan when he picked her up. Fine, said Hannah quietly. Why didn't she feel happy about doing the right thing? Dada Jan made it seem so easy. On Saturday, 20 days of Ramadan had passed. Remember, you have a play date with Sarah, called Hannah's mother. Sarah's family had just moved into their neighborhood. But I was going to work on my art project today, objected Hannah, and I don't even know Sarah. Hannah, that's not very nice. We need to welcome new neighbors like family. I'll make you a deal, Hannah. Dada Jan said, I'll go with you, and if you are not having fun, we can leave whenever you want, okay? I won't have fun, muttered Hannah, but she went with Dada Jan anyway. They ate delicious kanafe that Sarah's mom had made. They looked at pictures of Sarah's friends from her old school. Pretty soon they had lost track of time altogether. Ready to go? Asked Dada Jan. But we haven't finished our game, said Hannah and Sarah at the same time. When they got home, Dada Jan showed Hannah an old family photo album. Hannah couldn't believe what she saw. This is from the year we moved to this place. We didn't know anyone. We didn't speak the language. So what did you do? Asked Hannah. It was the kindness of our friends that got us through, said Dada Jan. And he said, twinkling at Hannah, it probably helped that your Dadi Jan was happy to feed our neighbors the best butter chicken in the world. That evening when Hannah thought about her Ramadan, she was sad. First she got in trouble after helping Maria, then she did the right thing to help Dani, but she felt sad that no one knew. And she was ashamed about how she did not want to play with Sarah at first. It was the last day of Ramadan. Sunset during Ramadan is called Iftar, said Hannah. That's right, said Dada Jan. At Iftar, we break our fast, and when the sun sets on the last day of Ramadan, it's the Eid al-Fitr celebration, Hannah exclaimed. Dada Jan smiled. Do you think you made the world a better place by helping your neighbors this Ramadan? I tried, Hannah responded, but I don't think it worked. I wouldn't be too sure about that, said Dada Jan. The sun was shining next day. It was finally Eid. Hana and her family headed to the mosque for Eid prayer. The mosque, like their home, was decorated with Ramadan lights, and the air was filled with the wonderful aroma of her favorite Eid desserts. They got home for the Eid party just as their guests started pouring in, exclaiming, "Eid Mubarak." Hannah's whole world was there to celebrate Eid. Her cousins from out of town, her friends who attended the church across the street, the neighbors who attended a synagogue right by their mosque, the Sikh family who ran the soup kitchen at the local Gurdwara. Everyone was hugging and saying, "Eid Mubarak, Hannah." They ate delicious kheer, gulab jamuns and jalebis. They hugged and laughed. "Race you to the last gulab jamun," said Dada Hana. But Hannah had something else on her mind. "How do I really know if I have helped the world this Ramadan, Dada Jan?" "Well, let's see. Did you help your friends when they needed you?" Hannah thought about Maria. "Yes." "Did you help others simply out of love?" Hannah nodded as she thought about Dani's globe. "And did you show love to those who had no one else?" "I think so," said Hannah as she thought about Sarah. "Then you have your answer," said Dada Jan. It would still be many years before Hannah could fast for Ramadan, but she'd helped her neighbors, her world, and that made this the best Eid ever. Hope you liked this book. Thank you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.